WordPress Studio now includes Selective Sync, a powerful new feature that lets you control exactly what gets synced between your local environment and your connected live sites. So whether that's a single plugin, a theme, or maybe just the database, you're now in complete control. It's one of Studio's most requested features, so let's dive in and see how it works. All right, so here we are in WordPress Studio, and you can see that I have a couple sites already set up, Encore and Push to Prod. Now, if you've never used Studio before, you can download it at developer.wordpress.com/studio, and then you can follow along with the video. Now, I'm going to come over to my Push to Prod site, and when we're concerned with Selective Sync, we're going to be working out of the Sync tab. So I'm going to click here, and you'll notice that I don't have any WordPress.com or Pressable sites connected yet to this local site. So I'm going to start by doing that. I'm going to click Connect Site, and a pop-up will open, and you'll see all the different sites that you have on WordPress.com or Pressable. Note this is tied to your WordPress.com login, so if you're not logged in, you will be prompted to do so. And what we're going to do is we are just going to click one of these. We're going to click Push to Prod because that's the live version of this local site. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click Connect. When I come over here to the Pull option, if I click on this, before, it would just immediately pull the entire live push-to-prod.blog site into my local site. And if I clicked push, it would do the same thing. It would push everything that I have locally up and replace what's available on the live site. But now, if I click pull, you're going to see this new modal that pops up, and you have these options to include files and folders and the database. You can also click this button here to drill down to specific folders within your WP content folder on your site. So for example, if you wanted to pull down just plugins, you could just check like that. Similarly for themes and uploads. For now, I want to pull down the entire version of my live site into my local environment. So I'm just going to keep everything checked. Then we're going to click pull. Now what this is going to do is it's going to take a backup of everything on my live site, and then it's going to sync all that content into my local site here in WordPress Studio. This process does take a little bit of time, so I'm going to speed up the video. All right, the pull is complete, and I can come over here and see now that I have my full site inside of Studio. Now the next piece of the puzzle is pushing content back up to my live production site. Before, again, this was a full push, so it would push everything on your local site up to the live site. But now when we click push, we get the modal again, and this time you even have more options. So if we click down here to specific files and folders, you'll notice that now we can also drill down to individual plugins and individual themes. So you can see all the themes that were pulled down. And let's pretend that I'm only working on the single theme that's powering the site, which is this one called Base. And I've made some changes to the site, and that's the only thing that I want to push up, just the changes that I made to the theme that change the styles of the site. So what I want to do is I can deselect the database, again, because I don't want to push anything that I have locally up to my production site. And now all I'm doing is I'm pushing up the base theme. So then I can click push. And again, this will create a backup of your live production or staging site, just in case you need to go back and revert to what was there before you initiated the sync. Because it's taking that backup, this process can take a little bit of time, so I'm going to speed up the video again. And just like that, the push is complete. So if I want to make future pushes to my production site, again, all I need to do is come in here, choose exactly what I want to push. So perhaps I updated a plugin this time, and I can choose one of the plugins in here. Maybe it's the icon block, push that up, and you're good to go. And that's how Selective Sync works in WordPress Studio. While it might seem like a relatively minor addition, it unlocks a significant amount of flexibility for managing code between local and live sites. If you're already using Studio, the feature is available now. Just update to the latest version when prompted to do so in the app. And if you haven't tried Studio yet, head on over to developer.wordpress.com/studio to download the app and start exploring. As always, if you found this video helpful, consider liking it and subscribe to the channel for more Studio updates. Also, feel free to drop any questions about Studio in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.